Hello everyone and welcome to IvAnReads. It's October! I'm so happy! I love October. It's my favorite month. Halloween is my favorite holiday. In fact, I consider all of October Halloween. Anyway, so the whole point of today's video is my September wrap-up and then my October to-be-read pile. And I figured I would smash it up into one video, so we're gonna go kind of quick through them all. I read 14 books last month! That's a lot for me! So, the first books I'll show you was when I did the little readathon over on Goodreads, and I did a whole wrap-up video, so I'm just going to show them to you really quick. Not going to go into any detail, and I'll link that video down below in case you want to hear more about what I thought. Okay, so the 6 books that I read during the little readathon was Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins, Legend by Marie Lu, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs, Cinder by Marissa Meyer, Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and Love Letters to the Dead by Ava Delaria. I still can't say it, shoot me. So now on to the rest of the books that I read over the month of September. So the next book that I read was Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Allaire-Sanz? I have no idea. I gave this book a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed the theme of this book and the ideas behind it and the message that it brings forth about accepting yourself and accepting everyone in the community. And the love story inside of it just warmed my heart, and I loved it so much more than I thought I would. The writing is kind of strange, but in a really cool way. Like, the perspective is... At first I wasn't a fan, but by the end of the book I really liked it, and I loved the characters, and just, it was good. The parents in this book were amazing. Book parents tend to frustrate me because most of the time they're so dumb. They're just so stupid. Parents in this book were amazing and added so much to the stories and so much to the story, and were so beautifully loving and accepting and just fantastic parents that I absolutely loved this book for that reason. After that, I read Paper Towns by John Green as part of a read-along with it. This book was really good. I don't like it as much as The Fault in Our Stars, but I still gave it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. The story is really fun. I'm so excited that they're making a movie out of it. Really nice, fun adventure, and the friendships in it were fantastic, and Quentin was such a great lead character because he was so awkward and quirky, but also brilliant, and I just loved him for it. So another book I read in September, obviously, was The Evolution of Mara Dyer, which is the second book in the Mara Dyer series, and it was so good! I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I still love the characters, I still love the adventure that it's on. I love the unreliable narrator. Like, I love it when authors use that, and it's done so well in this book where you don't know if she's crazy. It's so great, and I just love the twists in this book. I'm not going to say too much because it will spoil it, but it's absolutely brilliant. The only problem I had were there were two variations of the sentence, "I let out the breath I didn't know I was holding." She used that exact sentence twice, and then my mother let out the breath I didn't know she was holding. I'm like, listen honey, along with PTSD, you've also got some breathing issues. You might want to check with your doctor because you never know when you're holding your breath and that could kill you. I hate that sentence, and I just... problem that I really had with this book, but it was one that just frustrated me to the point where I almost chucked this book across the room. But I love my books, and I wouldn't, but I was close. So after Mara Dyer, I read one of my new favorite books in the whole wide world. You saw it in my haul, but it was Glass Sentence by S.E. Grove. Guys, this book is freaking amazing. This is without a doubt one of the single most brilliant books I have read in a very long time. Like, the world is absolutely amazing. The characters are fantastic. The thing I liked about this book the most is that it showed the importance of relationships outside of romantic. Like, in a lot of young adult books, we get, oh, they're in love, it's so beautiful, blah, 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 blah. Great, awesome, cool, love it. But something YA does a lot is neglects and kind of demeans other kinds of relationships. They're just not as important. And in this one, the main relationship that we see is Sophia and her uncle, Shadrach. And I love the fact that that was the main focus. That yes, there was a boy. They didn't date. There was kind of a small romantic thing with the uncle from his past, but romance was not the main focus point of this book, and I loved it for that. The adventure was unlike anything I've ever read. Like, this is so brilliant. Just everything about it is absolutely amazing. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I would have given it more. I'm in love with it. I can't wait for the second book to come out. You guys have to pick this up. It is so good. So good. So after the glass sentence, I went ahead and picked up Scarlet, which is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles series. Like I said, I read Center at the beginning of the month, and I just had to pick this one up because I adore this series as well. This is another 5 out of 5 stars for me. I love fairy tales. I love twisted fairy tales. And I adored the continuation of the story, and I actually like Scarlet more than I like Cinder. But it's great. If you haven't checked out the Lunar Chronicles, you need to. After Scarlet, I wanted another kick-butt female protagonist, and so I picked up Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Hey guys, this was another really great book. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, 4 out of 5, 4.5 out of 5 stars probably. It was great. I love Selena. I think she's a fantastic character. Good. Like, I love the action in this book. I love the competition. I love that there was more to it than just that competition that I'm not going to tell you because spoilers, darling, spoilers. But it's so good, guys. Like, the characters were wonderful. Not only was Selena great, but I loved the captain of the guard too. He was a really fun character to get to know, and watching their relationship kind of develop, even though it was just like a friendship, was really fun for me. I loved the Princess Nehemiah? I don't know how to say it. Anyway, the point is, their friendship was fantastic. I absolutely adored the world. It was so good. I'm getting the rest of them, and I will probably read 1 or 2 of them this month. It was... Well, after I read Throne of Glass, I picked up The Iron Trial by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black, and I loved this book. This was another 5 out of 5 stars for me. The world is brilliant. People keep comparing this book to Harry Potter, and after reading it, that makes me really mad. Yes, it's about magic. Yes, there's a group of friends with 2 boys and a girl. That's as close as the similarities, like that's where they end. The magic in this world is so much different and so brilliant that I don't think it's really fair for people to say that it's like Harry Potter because it takes away from the beauty of this book. It was so good. I absolutely adore the world. I adore the fact that the main character wasn't the only important character. I loved his 2 friends, Erin. How do I say her name? Tamara? Loved them. Absolutely adored them. I love the friendship that they have. I love the way the friendship builds. I loved the twist at the end. I love the magic in this world. I just absolutely adored it. It was so good. So good. Read it. The last book I read last month that I got done on the last day was The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. Oh, this book though, I think I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, 4.5. 4.5 out of 5 stars is what I feel it deserves. It's absolutely brilliant. The only thing was it was a little slow at first, but once it gets going, like it gets going. Those of you who don't know, though I don't know how you wouldn't because this book is everywhere, this is about a world in which aliens are invading and they're coming in waves to kill off humanity, and this is the 5th wave. So we follow our main character Cassie as she's going in search of her brother, and you kind of go through her experiences that she's had so far and then into like what's happening. And anyway, it's brilliant. There's so much action in it. There's so much action involved, and I love the characters. The split perspectives I didn't expect, but I really enjoyed. I think they were done really well. I loved kind of getting everyone's side to it. Okay, now we're gonna see if I can hold them all. I don't have high hopes for this. Hey, it's not perfect, but look at them! Look at them all! They're so heavy! But these are the books that I read. Just look at them all. Oh, so pretty, much books. So I just found another book that I forgot that I reread in September, and that was Matilda. So I got this one, I hauled it, and I reread it because it was really fun. So I actually read 15 books last month. Holy crap, that's so many books. So now, on to my TBR, which I probably won't go into too much detail with because this is already a really long video. So the first book I'll be reading this month, I'm actually reading right now, and is The Fellowship of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. Alright, confession time, guys. I have never read the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I've read The Hobbit more times than I can count, but I've never actually made it through these just because I always get stuck at like the end of Bilbo's birthday party. But the thing is, I watched the movies first and absolutely love them and know every single word to them, and I'm addicted to them. And because of that, I was always like, well, I know this story, so I could either read this book or I could go enjoy a new story. I'm sick of feeling like a fraud of a fan, so I'm gonna read them. So another book I really want to read was on last month's TBR, but I didn't get to it, and that was Unhinged by A.G. Howard. I wanted to save this one for October because it's very spooky and October-y and a little bit creepy, and I'm so excited to get back into it because I love this world, I love these characters, y'all know I love Splintered, so yeah, gonna The next book I want to read you just saw on my haul, and that was Grimm by an assortment of authors, and it's just a bunch of like word fairy tales, which is perfect for the Halloween month, and so I'm excited. Next book is another one that was on last month's TBR that I just kind of wanted to save for October, and that's Hollow City by Ransom Riggs, the second book in Miss Peregrine series, and I loved Miss Peregrine. Really excited to get back into this world and see what happens to them, but like I said, nice and creepy, perfect for October, this beautiful, beautiful month. So another book I want to get to this month is The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey. This is the second book in the Fifth Wave series. I've heard that this one's kind of disappointing, and so I'm really, really nervous for that, but I'm also just excited to see what happens to the characters because I love them and I need to know, and so yes. Another book on my TBR for this month is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I've read Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater and I absolutely love that book. So I really want to see this one. I've heard some great things about the series so far. So might as well. So the next couple books in my TBR I have ordered but aren't at my house yet. Whatever. But they will be here, so I don't have anything to show you because I'm not fancy with editing, but I'll tell you what they are. The next book in the Throne of Glass series, I want to read something called Mary. I'm not sure what the author is, but I'll tell you later on. Anyway, it's a book about Bloody Mary and super scary and creepy, and I love that stuff this time of year. And then that's it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my wrap-up and TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you read and what you plan on reading this month in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe so we can do this more often. Anna, I will see you soon. Until next time, I hope you all have a great life. Goodbye!